Hey, what's up everybody? Fabs here. Good morning here from the West Coast, and some news. Antonio Brown has apparently asked for his release. We saw that on Instagram, so the drama continues every single day. It just gets stranger and stranger. So what do you do if you're a fantasy owner and you have Antonio Brown? Well, I mean, at this point, you're not expecting him to be playing on Monday night, and maybe you're not expecting him to play for the Oakland Raiders at all. So this is a situation where you need to ensure yourself. Pick up Hunter Renfrow. If you're in a non-competitive league, maybe there's some other wide receivers out there who you can go out and potentially snag for a couple of weeks. But after drafts, it's probably going to be pretty thin out there. Long-term, Tyrell Williams sees an uptick in value just based on the projected addition of targets if AB is in fact released by the Raiders, and Darren Waller becomes an even bigger sleeper than we've already projected him to be. Derek Carr, obviously his value goes down. I didn't like Derek as a starter this week, even if AB was playing, because historically he's been mediocre or worse from a fantasy perspective against the Denver Broncos. So he's someone who you keep on your bench unless you're in a 2 QB league, super flex league, and you need that second player. But at this point, I can't really advise people to start Derek Carr this week. And as far as Antonio Brown goes, if you have him, I have a couple shares of him. You can't cut him. Inevitably, he could end up on another team that's willing to take a risk on him. I don't know that he's going to make the same money anywhere else that the Raiders are projected to pay him, or were projected to pay him. So at this point, keep tabs on the news, keep tabs on Twitter, and see what happens. But ultimately, this thing's going down a bad road. It's been going down a bad road, and I wouldn't be surprised if Antonio Brown was no longer a Raider here very shortly. And if the Raiders do continue to eat crow and keep him, I don't know if he's going to play for them. It's gotten to that point right now. So keep tabs on everything, and again, be safe. And if there's no definitive news about Antonio Brown's release or not playing on Monday night, I would assume and project him to not be available. So don't leave yourself with a big zero at the wide receiver position this week. Be smart, follow the news, and expect that Antonio Brown will not be playing for the Raiders on Monday night.